It's been quite a while since I've made one of these videos, but there was a time when this channel here was very well known for the fan fiction and the rewrites and the how to do it kind of videos, and I still make them, and oh boy, if there's any movie that needs this treatment, it's this one here, Glass. Because I think all of us, we were on board for this. There was a lot of goodwill for Shyamalan. He won a lot of people back with Split and some of his other movies. We were ready for him to just crack that ball and hit a home run, and for us all to cheer as he runs across that home base and scores that home run. It would have been great, but it's so sad because he tripped and fell nose first right in the dirt right before crossing home base, and it's so sad because he was so close. I really do feel for him. I really do. It was shaping up to be one of the best comeback stories, and then he Shyamalaned it. So here are at least what some of my ideas would have been to Shyamalan if, in my imaginary world, if he gave me the script to give it a read over, maybe some notes. Here are some of the things I would have suggested, which I think might have been able to help make Glass that home run that I do think Shyamalan deserved, and I was really hoping that it would have been. So I see a lot of reviews, people are saying, why was it called Glass? Mr. Glass was barely in it. It was more the Beasts movie than it was Mr. Glass. But what they don't understand is the reason it's called Glass is because this movie is the fulfillment of Mr. Glass's master plan. It's when he finally accomplishes what he was trying to achieve all the way back in the very first movie, Unbreakable. So it's the completion of his story. It's him being proved right in his theory and him achieving what he wanted in showing the world that these superheroes do really exist. But as many people have pointed out, the way in which he does it at the end, streaming a video online which nobody's gonna care or believe anyway, pretty dumb. But I do like the idea that him being the mastermind, a mastermind always has a real plan that nobody realizes until the end. That's a staple of comic books. So rather than his fake plan being the two of them fighting on top of a tower while it's being filmed and shown to the whole world, and his real plan being them fighting in a parking lot and it being shown to the whole world, kind of the same. I mean, really the only thing that changed was the location. I mean, that's not what a master plan is supposed to be. It's supposed to be something a bit more broad than that. I'll tell you what I actually thought it was going to be in the movie. Once the arrival of a secret society showed up, I thought his master plan, his brilliant master plan that nobody saw coming, was really going to be him taking out the secret society. That he knew all along that this secret society existed, who they were, what they were about, and this whole fight in the parking lot was just a distraction for the real game he was playing, which is him getting his revenge on this, whatever it was, organization. So how could he have done that? They mentioned several times in the movie that Mr. Glass's superpower is his mind, so he's the Lex Luthor, obviously. However, I actually thought it was going to be something a bit more, because remember there's the scene where he gets a laser shot into his brain, apparently some kind of laser-like lobotomy that would drop his IQ, I suppose, pacifying him. They never really explained it all that well. All we know is she said to him it will target the damaged parts of your brain, but who you are as a person will remain the same. Yet after the procedure, he slashes a guard's throat with a piece of glass and proceeds to carry on the exact plan he was going to anyway. It doesn't seem to have affected him at all. It made me think maybe his superpower is not just being super smart. Maybe his brain is actually able to survive having a laser shot into it in the same kind of way that the Beast can have a shotgun shell bounce off him, or David Dunn can bend metal. Maybe this really is his actual physical superpower. He's breakable, all of him, but his brain itself is unbreakable. Then I thought maybe they could have done something more with that. Maybe they could have started the movie out with Glass in the mental hospital, and our psychiatrist here realizes that she's not going to convince him that he's crazy, so she has him lobotomized. Yes, they actually cut open his skull and slice out a piece of his brain, effectively making him catatonic. But this triggers his superpower. This part of his brain slowly regrows. So within 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be, his brain slowly regrows back and he achieves consciousness again. But he doesn't just achieve consciousness, the regrown part of his brain now gives him telepathic abilities. I don't mean he can control other people's minds, I mean he can hear their thoughts. So when he wakes up and he realizes that he can hear other people's thoughts and he realizes that his brain must have healed from being lobotomized, he continues to play possum just like he does in the movie, pretending to be catatonic, but he does this so he can go unnoticed all the time while he's listening to the thoughts of the psychiatrist herself, who's a member of this secret organization, and all the other staff members that are also members of the secret organization. So by the time Beast and Don show up in that mental asylum, he already knows absolutely everything there is to know about this entire secret organization. And now that these two guys are here, they're the last pieces of the puzzle he needs to finally take them out. So if I had my way, the big reveal at the end of the movie would not just be that he secretly streamed the video, it would be him staging his death during that battle scene, but then him showing up at the secret society's dinner, whatever it is, and either killing them all or taking it over completely. The implication being he's going to be like the new evil genius of this evil organization, but instead of hunting down and killing superheroes and supervillains, he's now going to bring them in and train them, kind of like a combination of Xavier and Magneto, because you don't really know if Glass is going to be a good guy or a bad guy. But it makes sense to me that that's where Glass would go next. Like, assume that Glass didn't die at the end of the movie and that he escaped. What do you think he'd do with his life? I mean, now that he's shown the world that superheroes do really exist, of course he would go to find more. Of course he would mentor them. Of course he'd try to form them into a team. It's just the next logical step. And the oh what a twist of him showing up at the end, outsmarting everyone and taking over this secret organization, I think would have been a much more satisfying ending than what we got. But hey, what do I know? I've never been in Hollywood, right? I'm just some dude on the internet. Hi guys, I just wanted to let you know, if you need any artwork done, the guy you want to talk to is my buddy Jack Burchill. He designed the book cover for the book that I'm going to be releasing pretty shortly. He won the logo making competition for Movie Mania, but this guy does so much more than that. He does comic books, he does puppets, he does full entire costumes, he's a sculptor, he's a writer, he's really a jack of all trades. I'm extremely happy with the work that he's done. If you need any kind of artistic work done for pretty much any project, Jack is the guy you want to talk to. You can contact him on his website or his Instagram, all of which are linked below. Alright, let's get back into it. So guys, let me know what you thought about Glass. If you were going to rewrite the movie, if you were going to give some notes to M Night Shyamalan, what would they be? What would you change in the movie? So I am Bandit, this is Bandit Incorporated. Until next time, I will see you guys in the comments.